My peeps, hello. This is a poem by a woman named Lucille Clifton. She was born in 1936 and died in 2010 at the age of 94 years. There is a girl inside. She is randy as a wolf. She will not walk away and leave these bones to an old woman. She is a green tree in a forest of kindling. She is a green girl in a used poet. She has waited, patient as a nun, for the second coming, when she can break through gray hairs into blossom, and her lovers will harvest honey and thyme, and the woods will be wild with the damn wonder of it. I should probably just shut off the camera now because I just think that's a hard act to follow. Lucille Clifton. Yeah, I want to keep that at hand, just in case we need to refer back to it, because we might. Oh, Boo, come on now. Come on. She just knocked over Shiva. That's not smart. Her lovers will harvest honey and thyme, and the woods will be wild with the damn wonder of it. Gotta move the candle. Oopa loopa. Are we ready, Rue? Okay. First card out. Four of Pentacles. This is holding back. Not wanting to invest. Feeling like you can't spare the time or the energy for something. It's in Pentacles, which is, 3D energy. About what's here, what's tangible. And she doesn't look particularly pissed, but she looks protective of what's hers. Okay, perhaps it's something that's taken a long time and a lot of energy and investment to grow something. She's not wanting to give it away. And there's always implicit in Seven of Pentacles the idea that I'm looking at the energy and time I've put into something, and what did I get out of it? I mean, not in a kind of tit for tat, I've put this in, I must get this out, but just, the root system is enormous here. What's showing actually is quite a small growth above ground. So there's something that's been sublimated or going on behind the scenes, maybe. Page of Swords. A card of beginner's mind, of learning something new, of investigating, of the need for more information. And maybe it's I need more information before I give any more. I've spent a lot of time and a lot of energy nurturing this. And maybe there's a sense with that Four of Pentacles that I've been doing it by myself. Oh, I've been overgiving and not guarding my own, not being enough grounded in my own life, something like that. And I've taken a lesson. I've learned something new. Maybe about myself, about what I want out of my life. Tell us about the Four of Pentacles, this holding back energy. Well, there's a sense of the future. And it might be like deferred gratification, or for some reason I can't give right now. I'm guarded, I'm holding back, but I imagine Wands energy, a future where things will come to me. It's like here I am with my purse shut. I don't want to give anymore, and perhaps I don't want to receive. But in the future, I'm open to something. I hope somehow I've manifested growth, 7 of Pentacles. Then we get 2 of Wands, which is sort of like this is, I've picked a direction. This is where I want to go, Wands energy. Both the desire and the directional sense. I want to go in this direction. I've picked a path. Or I'm thinking about it. I'm planning it. I've got the globe and I'm looking out the window and I'm not out in the world yet, but I'm, that's what I'm kind of summoning my Wands energy, my strength and my intuition about where it is. And coming under 4 of Pentacles, this is kind of closed off, and this is open to receive what's coming into me. It's hard for something to come in when we're in a stance of, I just noticed my hair, of being closed off. Closed off. Okay, tell us about the 7 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. The looking into and analyzing, what is this giving me back? This relationship or this, whatever it is, the project or the thing I've put work into. That's Knight of Cups. I think this person has put energy into growing a tangible investment with somebody. And maybe then has learned how to manifest for themselves this opportunity. Like they've learned how to open the door, how to be receptive. And it's not like receptive, wide open with no sense of purpose or direction, Wands energy. There is a choice to be made about what am I asking for? What's the ask here? And what am I open to? I'm open to this. To a love offer, for love on the move. Now, my question is, how did we get from this closed off energy to I'm open to love? And I think that this person, upon consideration, weighing it all up, seeing how much has already appeared and how much more there is to come in this root system, has kind of, the light bulb has gone off. That sword energy of enlightenment, and I get it. I've considered it, and yes, I get it, and I've got a lesson. I've learned a lesson out of this situation. And somehow the lesson opens me up to receive. With setting my intention first, deciding to be open. 2 Knight of Cups. Cups energy is connection. This is sort of a card of disconnection, so it's interesting that was the first card out, and we see this great change. Okay. I was going to ask what accounts for the change. Ace of Pentacles. There's really been an opportunity, it's already sprouting. This may be in her purse. She's got the Pentacles purse shut, but it's almost like it's already sprouting in the dark, as seeds do. It's germination time somehow, followed by growth, where more is going on under the ground than above ground. And this is the time of year when, at least in northern hemisphere, where things do begin to peek through. In fact, because through the winter months, what's protected the plant, is that it's still got the energy in the ground, in the dark, where it's warm enough. Then comes spring, the seed germinates and growth is possible. But the growth that you can see, 3D, you can see it. Tell us about Page of Swords, please, the lesson or the new way of thinking about something that breaches the gap. This person is walking across a kind of abyss. She's going from one side to the other on this fairly skinny plank, and she's not even looking down. She's looking at the lesson, and it's sword energy, and you can see the sort of wind blowing around her. It's a little bit precarious. But in this whirlwind are two birds. These are guides that are kind of explaining it to her, explaining something to her. Her, him, them. Okay? They're explaining how to heal. They've put this individual right in the nest where they can be safe, where they can heal their heart. There's the heart amulet there. They're protected, while they gestate. In the dark. And you notice it is a nest. This person is going to, there will be a time when the retreat into the healing space, which is what Four of Swords always indicates, a time out kind of to heal your sword energy, your ability to communicate, or the way you think about things, the ideas you're willing to accept, and the ones you say, no, with my new beginner's mind, that doesn't belong anymore. That's an outmoded idea. It's a way to regain mental stability. Fours speak to stability. And like Four of Pentacles, but in Four of Pentacles, it's almost too stable. Time to leave the nest. Time to open the purse. We have two fours right near each other. 4 and 4 is 8. 8 is a strength card. Strength card. On 3 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. So with all this pentacle energy, and then a bit of up in the head processing the mental issues, I think from the vantage point of the stable, abundant, this card just makes me happy. I love Queen of Pentacles. It's somebody who's grounded and who knows their worth. And so they can wait with a reasonable expectation. There's a card of expectation, like, where is it? I know it's out there somewhere. And it might be because this person has prayed for it, 2 of Wands. Has set an intention. I'm putting out the energy, Wands, to say, I want to go there. But I think, probably a little bit more likely, it's this Knight of Cups, who feels Queen of Pentacles, calling to them, waiting for them. Not like in a, oh, I'm so needy, you've got to come fill all my needs. No, Queen of Pentacles meets her own needs. we're in the month of Taurus. That's about self-care. And not sort of in, I'll buff my toenails, although that's fine. That's how you do it. But this is like on the deepest level, on my core level of who I am, Pentacles energy. I care for myself. And I manifest from that place of strength and stability. I think I no longer need to manifest from this fearful place of somebody's going to try to take it away from me, because this person sees the opportunity for growth. Something that grew, she protected it kind of in the purse, in the nest. Maybe I've said that before, but I like that. So this is a choice. And I think the Knight of Hearts, Cups, yeah, it's called Cups here. That love on the move card person, the individual dude on the move, let's put it that way, is has made the choice to figure out how to get there, to this Queen of Pentacles. Again, time has been a big factor. It may have taken 7 years, plus 1 to grow on kind of thing. But there's some sort of time span that's been accomplished because the healing's been done. Some injury that changed the way we thought about ourselves. It's a brain injury in a way. It's like that impacted us so deeply that it made us think differently. It kind of skewed our thinking. I'm not entirely clear about whose energy is where. I think all the Pentacles speak to Queen of Pentacles. Tell us about this Knight of Cups, please. This love on the move fellow wants to come in and make a romantic gesture, or, take somebody out, or, it's a sweet card. It's a romantic card. It's not demanding. It's not going to threaten this person. It's not going to make them clamp down or hold back or pull back. They're trying to figure out the approach. Oh, I love it. They're trying to figure out the approach that I thought there was another card here somewhere. The approach that will meet up with this person's expectation. They don't want to let this person down. They don't want to let Queen of Pentacles down. She has high standards. I think they've unloaded some baggage in order to make the decision. They've moved on from something and closed out a cycle. They've left somewhere. They appear to be traveling. Knights are travelers. They're on the move energy. So we have somebody in this fire energy having closed out a cycle, I think liberates them to actually at least get to the planning stage. The globe is here on the VW bus, and the person's looking out the window. They're imagining where they might go, and they're intuiting how to get there. 8 of Wands. A lot of fire. This can be a card of communication, of not making this decision all by yourself, or this Wands person, the one who's making the plans. I think somebody might be getting ready to communicate with you about the plans that they've made, to sort of see if you agree. Like they've decided to do it. Now you need to decide as well whether you want to accept this offer. It took them a long time, evidently, to close out the cycle. And I think you went through stages of I'm shutting down to, okay, I'm going to tend to my own growth. I'm going to focus on growth. And the only thing I can, you can't force somebody else to grow. So they're working on their own root system, on the energies up below and above ground and how those inform each other. Working on self-care and setting an intention, being open to what could come in. And that energy has drawn this other person in to close out a cycle, to come forward, at least to thinking about how they might approach. And now they're going to have to actually communicate. This can also be a card of travel, of movement, of these wands, going from one place to another, direction, that directional sense. The go aspect of wands energy. And it's sort of like three, the countdown, 3 of wands, 2 of wands, go. 3, 2, go. I don't know where the ace of wands, but there's a countdown involved. This person has only, and wands are fast, maybe a few days, at the most a few weeks, to actually, do it or lose it. Use it or lose it. And maybe they're still trying to decide, like, really, is this the direction I want to go? And I think if so, they're getting a big download here. All the wands igniting at one point, like X marks the spot. All roads lead to this place. And somebody will be there to greet you. Queen of Pentacles. Tell us about 7 of Pentacles, the investment. The time it took. And a question of, was this worth it? It looks like this individual is still tending to the growth. 9 of Cups. Well, on the face of it, that's it. It's joy. It's almost like a gay abandonment. I mean, a joy that just takes you over. No more controlling the feelings, because somehow what we've invested in and tried to grow makes us very happy. It is a card of the single person. 9 speak to an individual. It's almost like they've invested their energy in themselves. Aces can speak to the self, like 9s. I conserved my energy for myself. I decided to nurture. I don't know about decided. I nurtured myself. I grew my own joy. Huzzah! And by learning how to do that, I learned how to heal. That's the new way of thinking about it, is to allow for joy, to heal your heart, to open back up, to allow for joy and love. So I think, in a sense, the conditions are right for this water energy person to come in. I don't know what to call them yet. Knight of Cups, I guess. Okay. Can you tell us some more about the Knight of Cups? Whoa. They've met with some opposition. Might be from people around them or from their own confusion, chaotic energy before they settle down to say, okay, I need to make a decision. It's almost like this is the melee, and somebody comes in and out of this chaotic, which way do we go? Somebody gets a sense of direction. Because they just sort of say, right, I'm going to Aries energy, Wands energy, I'm going to decide. you know, either get it together or get out of my way. This can be friends that interfere, or just that internal struggle. Can even be a projection. I think my family wouldn't approve. I think I'm in for some big trouble. It's a 5 card, which indicates the need for change, or the change actually taking place. And this is working something out. It looks like this before it gets organized and the decision and the direction can be chosen. It's a part of the process. It's not an aberration. It's very rare that we get from A to wherever, Z or B, without a certain degree of how do we work it out? It's a card of practice. I think you're dealing with perhaps a fire sign, because there's so much fire energy here. 2, 3, 5, 8, 10. What about this struggle, please? For the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Cups. This is an open-hearted person. There's a feminine pictured on the card, but it doesn't have to be. We all have masculine and feminine energies, and there might be some struggle around that. How do I sort out what I feel? How do I be this kind of open-hearted, open to the universe, and what it has to say about connection? I'm a child of God kind of feeling. She's like this. She's just receiving it. Say amen, somebody. And there's the forward movement. Couldn't be more different than 4 of Pentacles, which we started out with. This is a card of Cancer, of water energy. Water energy. It's a major arcana, so it's on that. It's a very strong energy that kind of, sets the tone, governs, guides the rest of the read. It's fast forward movement. Out of this stuck place, something new has been born in the dark, a new potential for new growth. Does it involve some struggle and practice and working out of stuff, some amount of perseverance to kind of undo the knot of 5 of Wands? Yes, but it's all about opening the heart. Here again we have the choice. 2 of Pentacles. Weighing something up, deciding what's more important. Might be 2 things of value, but you have to make a choice. It is a decision card, like this one. This is figuring out where to go. And this is sort of the same thing. It's like figuring out what to focus on, what to put my energy into. It can be a card of straddling, of vacillating, of not making up the mind. Except, we have a card of the light bulb going on. New way of thinking. Oh boy, yes. Major Arcana card of Libra, sword energy. Card of balance, again. 2 of Pentacles. The 2 Pentacles, in a kind of dynamic balance. It's not a fixed thing. It's not nailed down. It's always kind of in a certain motion. Because our lives, they change and we change with them, or we suffer. This is kind of, I won't change. The thing sprouts in the dark. Sometimes, despite our best intention to stay protected and closed down, it's like life will out. Life will sprout. It's going to happen, so you might as well get behind it. Balance, fairness, equilibrium, clear thinking, clear decision making, making that decision based on, sort of like your it's not only about the relationship between these two sides of the scale, it's also about the relationship between these two aspects of our brain, perhaps. It's taking both things into consideration, and now I'm getting it. Where'd that Seven of Pentacles go? There's the below ground thing here and the above ground person tending it. The below ground thing here and the above ground person tending it. I think you've got to leave space. The guides are saying, leave space for what's not yet fully conscious. That's sort of moon energy, but here I see it that way too because of this reflective aspect. The dynamism, boy, my words just totally left me, which is weird on a card of clarity and speech and clear thinking. The dynamic energy. Scales aren't fixed. Scales aren't fixed. But some decision has been reached, at least for this immediate. I think this is about a 3 weeks to 3 months. Maybe in Cancer time. But something's on the way in now, and a person is in the planning stage. How do I come forward and offer love? And it might be a little bit tricky because I think they've just closed out another situation and may have just moved. I think that's them. Six of Cups. That's a soulmate card. And at least for some of us, we're dealing with a soulmate here. We're kind of, they'll basically show up. They're already on their way, in a sense, because they've already planned it. And this I'm seeing now is kind of by thinking about it, as this woman looks out the window, this individual looks out the window to make the plan, they're almost projecting how it's going to go. Very optimistic, positive wand energy. It's like sending out, the advanced guard, the avant-garde, the energies, the feelers. And they're saying, look for the other 6. And I don't see another 6. That's the only 6 I see. Somebody from the past, or somebody that you feel like you've known all your life. There's a recognition, there's a sense that, from childhood to maturity, is this unbroken chain. Like we've cycled through lifetime somehow. Somebody's coming back, perhaps. They're anticipating, they're in the process of planning it, and you're anticipating it. Your intuition, your own spidey sense, I think, is saying they're out there somewhere. Justice always has a bit of a sense too of we may have righted the wrong, we may have come into balance, we may have been wildly imbalanced before in some way. This relationship, the scales may have been skewed. But this is also a card of balance. Chariot. If the horses were pulling in opposite directions, or if one was sitting down and one was galloping, you don't get to move forward until the emotional energies are in alignment. The emotional energies, cups energy, water energy, in alignment. In this lifetime, it's great. Maybe we were there 3 lifetimes ago. Who are we now? Who are we now? Pentacles energy. I think that for a lot of us, this will be worked out. It's not going to be like, ooh, I just slip on Cinderella's slipper and, everything's effortless from there on in. There's a lot of pentacles here. There's a lot of work to be done to nurture something. I think it's a keep on growing situation. And remember this poem, I just like, there's a girl inside. She is randy as a wolf. La la la. She is a green tree in a forest of kindling. She is a green girl in a used poet. She has waited, patient as a nun, for the second coming, when she can break through gray hairs into blossom. Into blossom. And so we should go into blossom. I love you guys. Please subscribe and like if you haven't already. Share it with anybody who you think might be in need of such a message. This might have brought up for you, not your situation, but somebody else you've known for a long time. It's a pretty relatable story, I think. And in this case, balance, clarity, emotional alignment, I'll take it. Sign me up. Okay, till next time, you guys.